Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to another Is It Worth the Gold video, and today we are going to be looking at the SU-122-44, the Russian Tier 7 Premium Tank Destroyer. So is it worth the gold? It probably is, because of two reasons. It's quite fun to play as a TD, it's still a TD, and I'm recently found myself not into TDs that much anymore, apart from the ones with the turrets of course. And But the second reason why this thing is probably worth the gold, if you're looking for a cheap money maker, if you're looking for your only premium tank, this might be it, because it makes really good credits for tier 7. It has crazy DPM, and well, it's overall it's probably the best worth you can get out of your gold for making credits, because this thing, comparing this to super pushing, I would prefer this over a super pushing at all times. So if you want to sell your super pushing and buy something else, this might be it, because this is cheaper, you will have some gold left with you, and it's really good as well. So what is this tank all about? As you can see, it's really fast, it has really good camo rating, and it has crazy DPM with alright penetration. Not the best accuracy, I think the accuracy was around 0.4, but I might be wrong, I don't know the round numbers by heart, but it's not very accurate. And aiming time is 2.9, which is not horrible, but the gun arch is not very wide, so you have to re-aim quite a lot with this thing, unless you have like really narrow paths to shoot at. And yeah, camo, DPM, and the disadvantages of this tank is, as I said, narrow gun traverse and the really poor view range. 320 meters, I think it was. It's really poor. So yeah, don't go spotting with this thing. And the view range sort of affects your credit making potential as well, because if you're not spawning the enemies you're shooting at yourself, if they're farther like 350 meters, you will receive only half the credits and half the XP. So I recommend keeping it closer than 300 meters, because the gun is not that accurate anyways, and it should cover it for you, and it should be pretty good in this kind of situation where the enemies are around 200 meters away, and I get full credits and full everything for this. And look at that Panther and IS. They are 2-on-1. They are not getting shot by anyone else, and I took the better of the Panther too. And look at the KV-1S as well. They're both almost completely. Well, the Panther is dead already. The IS will be quite well, not quite soon. He will just drive away. But yeah, you see, even though the armor on this thing is not great, I was able to bounce the IS and the Panther a couple of times. So if you get in such positions like I was there, that was tricky to shoot me, you can count on your armor to save you every once in a while. And yeah, but overall the armor is not great. Everything with more than 175 pen will pen you all the time, and yeah, I don't care about that house. The house has to die so I can shoot the enemies faster. Most of the time I find myself in two types of games with this tank. Either though I do pretty good like in this game, or my game ends like 200, well, 300, 600 damage, something like that, because I play too aggressively and the tank doesn't really have the hit points or the view range to back it up. Usually when you go too aggressive, you can't spot who's shooting you and you die really quickly. So view range is a really big disadvantage. It's only 320 meters, so you shouldn't drive in the open hoping to spot the enemy. For equipment, I use gun laying drive, gun rammer. You should probably use ventilation instead of the binos, but that was just too cheap to use the ventilation. So yeah, that would be a bit smarter, because 320 meter view range is just shit, and putting a binos on it will make it a bit better, but still won't be good enough to really do anything with it. Oh yeah, in advance, sorry for my shitty voice. Well, not in advance, I say it now. I have caught some cold, so don't want to really scream too much. So I hope you still can hear me and understand what I'm saying, hopefully. But yeah, this game pretty damn straightforward. Killed two tier sevens who were two against me, and they couldn't do shit about me. Only the Panther shot me only 3 times as well. So I basically walked off unharmed from that, and they both paid the price for engaging me. As you can see, this tank has monstrous DPM, monstrous alpha, and monstrous reload. It is, if you like this kind of a gameplay, you will really enjoy this tank. I mean, it is fast. It's more or less a TD. It has limited traverse, really poor gun depression. so you really want to be on flat, and you want to be behind your front lines and going from the second line. You need to know what you can shoot and what you cannot shoot, because the penetration, even though 175 is pretty good, it's tier 7 TD, so in tier 9 games you can find yourself in a bad spot with that penetration. But yeah, this game is over. So yeah, there we go. 4.3k damage, some assisting damage as well, and tracking that guy. And my last day is tanker badge. This is all days tanker badges. At this point, I had 135. Since I played this game, I have added another one, so 136 ace tanker badges out of 136 tanks I have played. So that's quite an achievement for me. And as you can see, the profits were alright, even though without the bonus, whatever it was. Even when using the premium consumable, I would have made more than 60k. And even though I shot I shot houses in front of the tanks a couple of times as well, I still would have made a pretty good profit. So yeah, this tank is probably the best money maker apart from the tier 8 one. So if you're looking for something cheap to make your money, this thing could really be it. So is it worth the gold? In my opinion, definitely is, because it's the cheapest money maker that actually makes really good credits, and it's quite fun to play. It's a TD. I don't really like to play TDs that much anymore, but this TD is quite fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for my voice again, and I will see you on the next one.